The entertainment world is reeling this morning after the abrupt decision by ABC to pull the late-night show Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. It comes amid pressure from the Trump administration after the comedian's remarks on Monday about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Here's some of what he said.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
A representative for Kimmel did not respond to CNN's request for comment. A source close to the matter tells CNN the show is not being canceled, but there's also no timeline for its return. The chairman of the Federal Communications Commission said on a right-wing podcast that Kimmel's comments on Charlie Kirk's assassination were the sickest conduct possible.
And they have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest. But frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or, there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
After the decision to pull Kimmel's show, President Trump and members of his administration taking to social media to celebrate it. A post from the White House said ABC is doing their viewers a favor, calling Kimmel a sick freak. The president later posting, in part, "Great news for America. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." He then took aim at late-night hosts Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, appearing to call for their shows to be pulled as well. It's not the first time President Trump has gone after the host.
Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon.
This latest backlash against Kimmel started when two major owners of ABC-affiliated stations said they would preempt his show. Nexstar and Sinclair, they own local TV stations. They're vying to buy another station group, Tegna, and they need approval from the Trump administration to do so. More now on the Kimmel controversy from CNN's chief media analyst, Brian Stelter.
Hey there, this morning the big question in Hollywood is about what Jimmy Kimmel might say or do next. So far, Kimmel has not commented on ABC's stunning decision to yank his show off the airwaves amid Trump administration pressure. Kimmel, of course, has been a scathing critic of President Trump and the administration. His political views are no secret. He has even showed up to anti-Trump protests in the past. But Kimmel's program has been a key part of the ABC lineup for years. In some ways, Kimmel is one of the defining faces of the ABC network. So for ABC to sideline him so suddenly, taking such a severe action, it raises all sorts of questions, both for the network as well as for the comedian and his many fans. Kimmel was preparing to tape his program on Wednesday night in his studio along Hollywood Boulevard when he was told the show was going to be shelved and he was going to be benched. We have not heard directly from him or from his producing team. So as Wednesday turns into Thursday here, I'm quite curious to see what, if anything, Kimmel will say. ABC is also going to be facing some questions because the network is being widely criticized for what appears to be an act of capitulation to the Trump administration. We do know how the Trump FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, a hand-picked ally and friend of President Trump, has been harshly critical of Kimmel and also has been pressuring ABC on a number of fronts. Carr has been using the powers of the federal government agency in order to try to reshape the American media landscape. When I asked him for comment about ABC's decision, he didn't respond with any words, but he sent me a GIF. He sent me an image from the NBC sitcom The Office, where you see characters celebrating, dancing. Clearly, Carr was very happy to see this program suddenly sidelined. But Kimmel has millions of fans out there. He has a lot of folks who want to see him back on the air. So now ABC has resolved pressure from one direction, but it's going to come under pressure from another direction. So this coming day here, big questions both for ABC and for Kimmel about what he might want to do next and whether he will take his show elsewhere. Back to you.
Brian Stelter, thank you. Reactions are pouring in from Washington and also in Hollywood. Comedian and actor Wanda Sykes says she was scheduled as a guest on Kimmel's show Wednesday night.
I'm in a full face of makeup because I was supposed to go over and have a chat with my friend Jimmy Kimmel on his show. But as you have heard by now, the Jimmy Kimmel show has been pulled indefinitely, abruptly, because of complaints from the Trump administration. He didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within his first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year.
Now, analysts say it may be part of a bigger goal for the Trump administration, taking control over the media.
Of all things to be offended by, you know, I've heard a lot more offensive things said in the aftermath of this terrible, awful event than that, and it just shows they are looking for reasons to get Jimmy Kimmel, and they manufactured one out of something that is, you know, hardly a dramatic departure from what lots of people are saying.
In this case, it's really a sensitive issue around free speech and comics and others being able to say what they want. And if this week has been anything, it's proof that free speech meant nothing to these people. And this was not their main concern. What their main concern was control of media. And this is yet another step. And they will continue to do so, including the lawsuit against the New York Times, the lawsuit against some publishing houses, and it follows universities and law firms. It's a textbook autocratic takeover playbook, essentially.